Good day, everyone. Today we are going to talk about how does local government units play a crucial role in managing and implementing the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. So it is through planning and coordination in which we localize SDGs, integrating SDG into local development plans like comprehensive development plans, and another is SDG profiling, identifying specific goals and targets relevant to local context, and establishing SDG committees coordinating with stakeholders, government agencies, and CSOs. So aside from planning and coordination, we also have these implementation strategies. First is a budget allocation, in which allocating resources for SDG related projects, and another is project implementation, executing programs and projects aligned with the SDGs, partnership and collaborations, engaging with national government agencies, NGOs, private sectors, and communities, and capacity building, in which LGU personnel undergoes a training on SDG implementation. The area of focus on what are we going to look into, no, in implementing the Sustainable Development Goals. First is poverty reduction with social protection programs, livelihood initiative, and as we all know that poverty is very rampant in our community. Kahit tayo nakakaranas nito, no? So everyone is affected, community is affected, children's and everyone. So it is one of the key area of focus. Why there is a sustainable development goals, and why does the local government units play a crucial role in managing and implementing it. Another is infrastructure development, which is the SDG 9. So in poverty reduction, we have the SDG number 1, no poverty, and we have this infrastructure development, which is the SDG 9, like construction of roads, bridges, public transportation, to create a more convenient place to live for our people. And environmental sustainability, SDG 6, 12 to 15, it includes waste management, climate change mitigation. Solid waste management must be implemented in every part of the country, in which LGU needed to implement these strategies on how to manage our solid waste and also to combat the impact of climate change. So another is health and well-being, which is the focus of the SDG number 3, healthcare services and sanitation. No, as we regularly quote to ourselves, health is wealth. And so health and well-being is one of the important aspects of human life. And education, SDG 4, access to quality education. Children, adults needs education. It is not only focused on the new generation, but also we needed to educate even our older generations, so they can be more knowledgeable on what are the things that's happening today, what are the things that they needed to focus, what are the things that they needed to know in order to become a good Filipino citizen, in order to become a good citizen of this country. And monitoring and evaluation. So in implementing these goals in our local government units, we needed to monitor and evaluate how is it going, is it successful, is it really impactful in the community, and are the LGU staff, are the personnel really doing their job? And first in monitoring and evaluation is that in SDG indicators. So when we say indicators, it is about the indicators if the policy or if the goals have been achieved in a certain area. So it is tracking progress using localized indicators. So you are tracking your progress and how on the achievements in your local area, about in achieving the SDGs. Another is regular reporting. When we say regular reporting, it is submitting reports to national government agencies regularly. It is not just because yung magre-report ka lang kasi deadline na, no? So you needed regular reporting, evaluation, monitoring, ganon, i-report natin sa national government agencies. Another is community engagement, involving citizens in monitoring and evaluation. So the evaluation itself does not only focus on the LGU, but we also needed to include or involve our citizens in monitoring what is happening in their surroundings, no? What are the changes they saw in their community, in their society, and how does it impact them as a whole. And next is impact assessment. It is evaluating the SDG project effectiveness. So we can say that a project is effective when the goal impact the community in a good way. Next is challenges and opportunities. Of course, in implementing these goals has its own limits, no? What are the challenges? First is we had limited resources, insufficient funding and capacity. So there were some projects that LGUs wanted to implement in their own locality, but funding is really hard for them. No, they have scarce resources. So it is merely impossible for them to fully implement the project. Second is coordination. It is aligning national and local priorities. You needed to coordinate with the people because without them, it would be difficult for the LGU to implement a certain project or program without the coordination of the public. Next is data management, collecting and analyzing SDG data. So it is one of the challenges because somehow in collecting and analyzing SDG data, it is difficult considering there were resources, human resources, kakaunti lang. And community awareness is raising awareness about SDG. Most of the people in the community, hindi nila alam ano ang SDG. Bakit mayroong SDG at ano ang ginagawa ng SDG? What are the goals? What are the things that we needed to achieve with these goals, no? Hindi alam, hindi aware ng mga tao. So therefore, kulang yung coordination, hindi nakikipag-coordinate yung community, yung society because they don't know what are these. Why are these important? And how can this be impactful to the society? And innovative solutions. So leveraging technology, partnership. Somehow, it is also an opportunity to have innovative solutions. No? How can you solve a problem that is really new to you? How can you be so creative in how to solve this problem? And one of the best practices that I can give you is the Cebu's province SDG framework in which they integrate planning and implementation. Second is the Quezon City SDG initiative, innovative projects like bike sharing, green spaces, and Davao City Sustainable Development Plans in which nakasali na dun yung comprehensive planning. Sinasama nila yung SDG into their development plans. And there are so many best practices all over the country, like the Davnor Kaagapan, through like agriculture production, poultry production, and many more. So LGU can effectively manage and implement the sustainable development goals by first building partnership. You needed to build partnership to everyone, like hindi lang sa loob ng munisipyo niyo binibuild yung partnership niyo. You are to go out there, build partnership with the people that surrounds your community para mas ma-implement ng maayos yung projects niyo, projects ng LGU. Another is strengthening institutional capacity. You need to strengthen your institutional capacity. So you need to build more of your institutions. You need to strengthen it para mas lalo pa siya na implement yung mga programs. Mobilizing resources, engaging communities, monitoring progress. Like mobilizing resources, yung kung ano ang resources na nandyan, you need to mobilize it. And engaging communities. So you need to engage the community, you needed to go out, you needed to involve, you need to monitor your progress. So when we say monitoring progress, it involves reporting, regular reporting, no? What are the achievements na nakuha niyo within that specific period of time. Next topic is the Philippine Development Plan, or the PDP. So I am going to discuss about the following components about the Philippine Development Plan. We have the long-term vision and the short-term framework. So the long-term vision is to be achieved by the year 2040, which is the ambition natin 2040, a 25-year vision for Philippines to become a prosperous, inclusive, and peaceful society. So and the medium-term framework is between 2023 to 2028. So yun yung medium-term framework natin. So it involves the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028, a 6-year plan aligned with ambition natin 2040, which had 3 result areas or cross specific objectives and targets. So the pillars of these PDP involves malasakit, which is compassion, social protection, health, and education; pagbabago, which is the transformation; economic growth, infrastructure, and innovation; kapayapaan, which is peace, security, justice, and conflict resolution. So it also involves strategic objectives. We have 5. Inclusive growth. We are to reduce poverty and inequality. Job creation that boosts employment and entrepreneurship. Human development that improves education and health. Environmental sustainability that protects natural resources. And good governance that enhances transparency and accountability. So we have 5 chapters in the PDP components. It involves economic development, industry development, trade and finance; social development that involves education, health, and social protection, environmental sustainability, climate change and natural resources; good governance that involves anti-corruption and transparency; security and justice that involves peace and order; justice system. So in a region, we also has, in a province or regions, we also has a regional development plans that involves Regional Development Council, or RDCs, that is able to coordinate the implementation. Regional development plans tailored to each region's needs. So in implementation and monitoring, the lead agency here for the PDP is the NEDA, National Economic and Development Authority, and also the government agencies that implement sectoral plans. So in this PDP, Philippine Development Plan, it has its sectors, no? It has its segments. So it would be implemented properly through LGUs and local government units, execute regional plans para siyang ito, NEDA. Tapos government agencies, they implement sectoral plans. And then local government units, they implement regional plans. And private sector partnership investment, so civil society organizations, or the CSO, that involves in participation and monitoring. Hindi po siya nakafocus lang sa isang lugar, o yung PDP para concentrated in national government, hindi po ganon. It has its own segments, it has its own sectors, so it could be implemented properly. In review and evaluation, meron tayong annual reports for the PDP, no, for progress assessment. And when we say annual, it is yearly, so kada taon. And midterm review, adjustment and refinements on what are the things that you needed to adjust and refine in your plan. So when we say midterm review, para sa kalagitnaan, ng termino ng PDP. They needed to adjust and refine, polish the policies, and the end-term report, which is the final evaluation. So in that 25-year plan, dun nila i-report what are the progress, the PDP, ano ang mga achievements, no? So that is the final evaluation. So these cross-cutting themes, meron din ang PDP, which is the climate change mitigation, disaster risk reduction, human rights, gender equality, and inclusive growth. So that is all for my report. I hope that you gain something from this video lecture that would give you more knowledge sa kung ano ang dapat niyong malaman when it comes to localizing SDGs and the Philippine Development Plans and its components. Thank you so much. May you have a blessed day. God bless you.